For 18 years, Peter's clocked in at the local paper mill, just like his dad did before him. In fact, 4 generations have worked there. Now he's locked out, along with 300 other workers without pay. They're in a stoush with management, and it all comes down to the bottom line.
I am absolutely disgusted.
It's gut-wrenching. I've given 18 years and this is how they treat me.
It's the families that are suffering as well, and I don't know if the business even recognises that.
Normally you'd see steam pumping out of the Maryvale paper mill, but when 308 workers are locked out, it's all but lights out.
How can they afford to do this and not run for so long? It's got me baffled.
It shouldn't have come to this. Give us a fair deal.
This looks and feels like just another campground, but everyone here isn't on holidays. They actually just want to be at work.
So we don't want to be out here, we want to be inside getting paid.
We're here, we're ready to work.
If they can't get into work, they'll show up anyway.
We're around each other, keeping our spirits up.
Kicked out without pay over an enterprise bargaining agreement, these families in Victoria's southeast have been at odds with their employer, Opal Australian Paper, for 28 days straight.
What we've done is set up a presence, so it's no picket line or anything like that, which is what the company expected us to do. Everyone follows their shift, turns up, we supply them with the bacon and eggs and sausages to cook up, and it just keeps everyone connected.
Union representative Anthony Pavey used to work the machines at the mill. Now he's negotiating on behalf of hundreds of workers.
We had 7 people take a 6-hour stoppage, our first in over 20 years of industrial action, and the company's reaction was to lock us out.
He says the same workers took a 5% pay cut in 2016 and are refusing the company's new EBA.
What they want is additional hours worked, or at least the opportunity to enforce them later. They want us to trust them. Instead of getting double time for your first hour of overtime, they want to pay you single time.
But Opal says it's just good faith bargaining. After the loss of wood supply and white paper manufacturing, the mill changed forever, losing close to half its production volumes, resulting in significant and continued financial impacts, something Opal says the new EBA obviously needs to reflect. In a statement, a spokesperson said,
"The terms and conditions that were appropriate many years ago in previous enterprise agreements are not relevant to the mill's operations today, nor do they reflect the way Australian paper mills operate in 2025.
They're trying to move mountains and expect us just to take that.
Peter Doyle is a 4th-generation mill worker.
We gave them the savings to be able to turn this mill around and be profitable, and to come back and try and pick our pockets again.
Without pay indefinitely, his wife Bron is the breadwinner.
I do see the toll it's taking on my husband, and that's hard to deal with.
The bills never stop coming, so unfortunately, turns out income can.
Anthony Shembry has given the mill 20 years of his life, but 4 weeks without pay, he's worried about his mortgage.
We go into the bottom of our freezer to find meals.
Phil Wells has been coming to work at the mill for 25 years. He says after this, it'll never be the same.
From talking to a lot of the boys, they don't feel valued by the company, and as a result, they're not going to be prepared to do those extra 1%ers.
Latrobe City Council Mayor Dale Harriman was reduced to tears over the stoush.
It's breaking my heart, absolutely breaking my heart, to see those workers out there. Our concern as a council is we've already lost a lot of industries, and if this drags on, we're really worried about the viability of not only the mill, but the timber industry that's left in Gippsland and in particular in Latrobe City.
Mayor Harriman believes the Victorian Labor government is ultimately to blame.
We need the state government to actually intervene and bring both Opal and the union back to the negotiating table and find a resolution.
In a statement, a Victorian government spokesperson said,
"We are concerned by the way the company has conducted itself, and we urge the company to consider the impact that their actions have had on workers, their families and the broader community."
But they say the Victorian government has no power to intervene in the EBA negotiations.
We're proud to work for Opal, and I don't know if it'd be the same in the future.
Hundreds of families out there that are feeling the pressure, so give us a fair deal.
And you wonder how much longer they can hang on without money coming in. We're hoping it is sorted quickly.